Hi folks, so welcome live to the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms 2026. We are at the top 4 stage, and as you can see we have two matches being played this weekend. So Bolton Wanderers are up against Bastards, Dragon Swords and Mercenaries in one half of the draw, and the other one is Queen Elizabeth's Bastards against White Harbour's Trident. The only game so far that's been played is in the second matchup, where Stark is 1-0 up, and the other one is about to start. So we have two games coming up back to back, and they're supposed to be starting. Let me just double check that we are not missing them. We are not missing them. So if for some reason I got the time wrong, or if they're delayed, yeah, then that will suck. But it's supposed to be this. So we have Sea of Blood for the Targaryen team against the Stark deck is Knights of the Hollow Hills. So how does this match up? So Sea of Blood is the Traki aggro, and the main thing that you want to check, of course, with decks is do they play Aegon or do they play Khal Drogo? We have core Khal Drogo in this one. So that's potentially more military pressure, because you have two military challenges, but you don't get Raiding Khalasar as consistently into play as with the other option. And what are the resets? So we have Morghulis in this one. That's a pretty unique one. No other Dark Sea of Blood deck that I know plays Morghulis. And we have Mad King's Command. Of course, March is there, and the two claimers are there. You win or die, you can play with Khal Drogo in the same deck. Yeah, but this one, I mean, this one resets everything. It's well, I played against it earlier in the event, and Doom of Valyria didn't really work on that occasion, but it's an interesting inclusion. So it has Morghulis, of course. There's no Savaria. If she can stay on the board, she will make sure everything gets killed. And Doom of Valyria, if the opponent doesn't have cards, everything on the board goes. That could be including Womb of the World or something like that, but it doesn't seem to be that great against the jumpers that want to return back to hand, and the Womb location is dupable, so not sure about that. And we have Stained Reserves, which, to be fair, works on everything. That includes like characters being put into play with Blood of My Blood and stuff like that. So if you end overwhelming numbers, you're stuck with the two, and that could save you some occasion. We have March here as well. Yeah, you win or you die. I don't know. And Harrenhal, so if that's in play, that potentially means, okay, first time Drogo shows at any point, he will just get killed and there's no close call. So, and if you play with jumpers, and okay, you keep your Drogo in play and another character, and everything else is supposed to jump every time, then Ramses will hurt, March will hurt, and okay, Bolton Flare is not the best in this one. I was just checking if we also have Lesser Scouts, and this one doesn't, so that is unfortunate for Stark. Also doesn't have the Patriarch, who is great at surviving Morghulis, but not so good at surviving Mad King's Command. And we are right on time. Perfect. So I will now also join the voice channel if anyone wants to commentate with me on the Seven Kingdoms server. It's in German, but I'm sure you can find it. And let's concentrate on the game. By the way, there's also a friendly open event in progress, for which I am the organizer, so I may need to, towards the end of this one, check if the round is finished and pair round 3 for that one, which will, yeah, I'll need to leave the game for a few seconds to do that, potentially. 2 copies of the Iron Bank, if I remember correctly, so to have that on setup or in the opening hand's really good actually for Stark, and they can play without a board sacrifice around against the 2 claimer. Okay, they will get Intrigue claim, but nothing on the board potentially dies, but you do immediately start giving away the Sea of Blood triggers, and Targ starts grabbing the events, right? Yeah, I played Tyrell Wolf, which was a Shadows deck against this Stark deck, and it was a really good matchup. I say really good. I was winning about half or slightly more in testing, but the not playing with much on the board, so that the resets didn't really hurt that much. But the Doom of Valyria plot was always an interesting consideration, and in testing I found that the best thing for Stark to do in that matchup is just to play it early when it's not 3 plots in the use pile, just to get rid of it, because they didn't end up on top. But I wonder what Lukas found for this matchup. Is it worth holding on to? Can it do damage at some point in the game? Here comes the 2-claim Intrigue. Doesn't hit anything that valuable, to be fair. And Rakar, okay, that means another card can go when the military is done, because the Studutrak is attacking. And the Sea of Blood trigger, of course. Usually, I think the best thing with the Blood of My Blood events is to search for something you already have in hand, because in a matchup where there's Morghulis from both sides, Rakara will now go back to hand and he comes duped. Then if you just search for whatever you don't have, then everything is kind of exposed, unless you want to keep jumping. But yeah, 3 copies of the key cards, if I remember correctly, should be Kotor, Rakaro, Jogo, Drogo and Danny, so anything that's in play and you play Morghulis is gonna be gone. But at the moment it's really just Jogo. Just Kota, I should say. But how early does Lukas want to just play the Morghulis and see what happens? Tom will be down to 5 cards and he has 1 Rose Road in play. But he can go with the Explosive Fury of the caster or something, keep the pressure on. Loses Drogon, 1 copy, and Rakaro that he just drew, so that was my theory to keep dupes, maybe not going that way. Does Lukas have any realistic ambition to play the no-save Arya at some point and then Morghulis? It's so difficult though, she can't be cheated into play, she has to just be marshaled and then you have to survive everything. We know now there is also Consuming Flames in hand for Tom, and already 4 power, so it's quickly, it kind of forces you to start playing or to reset really efficiently. Goes Mad King's Command into the 2-claimer, which could have been an exploitation of Morghulis. Mad King's Command. You get your opponent to 3 cards, and then if you can get rid of another one, Doom will always successfully resolve, but it's not so easy. First of all, we're around too early, and you have to either win Intrigue or have some, Martel type of his Viper Eye, stuff like that, but also Targ will win military and get more cards in hand, so don't think it's necessarily going to do a lot. But Lukas is now going second, so after the military stuff is done, he could bring in cards. I don't know what is in shadows, but Bolton flyers are very prominent, of course. There's some Crannog men. There's also Roose Bolton. Kind of want him to kill Khal Drogo already. Keeps the 4 gold, which is perfectly valid in the Dothraki. Can you marshal something that survives the first military challenge? Otherwise it's a bit awkward, because I think he might want to keep the 2 cards in shadows. And most of the hand then goes and there's nothing on the board, so it's not ideal. If it's something like a she-bear, you may as well just marshal to oppose. 1 challenge if the gold works out still. Really, what you would like is maybe a Harrenhal or something, then you go Morghulis, and Harrenhal is still there for whatever comes after, right? Another card in shadows, and then I think the hand will just go, right? Miss Sunday goes. Yeah, but also Tom would probably prefer to have Womb in play before Matkins Command. He has his own Matkins Command at some point. And Khal Drogo. Okay, here's where you would like that Harrenhal, right? You just kill him. And he's gone, but now he will do his sting, and then he will go back to hand. And Roose Bolton from shadows is 5, I think, so can't kill him. Yeah. That's gonna be another event. So now we don't actually know anything in hand. Might not have kept Consuming Flames in this particular situation, especially since it means discarding whatever the last card is. But yeah, I'm guessing a bit here. Does he pass and defend is the question, because if he kneels out his board, okay, then some Bolton flares can come out and start doing intrigue, and then you either burn them and lose cards that way, or you lose intrigue and And then Lukas has half a chance of resetting. 7-0 though. To grab that 8-1 for the unopposed intrigue, even though there's nothing to discard. Still Plaza if you need to stand something. He goes military. It's going quickly. And leaves Kota standing, so should be able to defend everything basically. Does Lukas pass? He brings Mira out, okay. Well, so she either is gonna win this or she's gonna cost Tom a card. A card for Plaza or just 2 cards and burn her permanently and that's it. Oh, blood of my blood, that's the best thing he could have got, I think. He's gonna grab an Ago and just straight defend, and then that goes back to hand. And he starts next round with Drogo and Agos available. Anything else coming out? So there's a Consuming Flames and a Mystery card. And 2 cards coming back to hand. All pretty decent. No, not a lot of gold to marshal stuff though. And it's already up to 8 power. Will be 9, okay, but then Drogo displays so 8 in dominance. Okay, so no more Ghoulies plan, right? Wouldn't be doing this. So more likely gonna play Winner You Die and try to survive some more. And then see if there's a better chance. Winner You Die could go first and draw into Harrenhal. Tom also has the Winner You Die, but once he plays that, he will permanently, of course, lose the hand, which kind of self refills with the events and the jumping. So I think he might delay that till the last possible moment. He can also kind of set himself up for a bad doom if he plays his own Mad King's Command. Now what else is there as an option? March to the Wall, always an option. Strained Reserves, okay. And Lukas can go first if he sees a benefit. He has Mira with stealth, but there's Consuming Flames. Mira leaves play for that. Okay, so she's gonna be one of the cards that come in. Okay, it's gonna work with the 2 cards in shadows. Dupes are pretty decent. And Tom also has one card now that he can still put into play. No power icon in place, so maybe here's a chance if there's something that can come in with a power icon to do to claim power, but I don't remember if there's anything in Shadows that has a power icon in this deck. Berserker's gonna assault the plaza. Maybe now we get that burn on Mira. Is anything still jumping in? Because now claim's a bit awkward. You can either walk into a March to the Wall or into a Morgulis where there's no dupes. Oh, actually it's 2 claim anyway, so yeah, it's even worse. So if you can stop it. If not, then maybe burn Mira and have Koto do military back and you still have your Uvinary die. The fact that Plaza is being assaulted actually is pretty decent here. Do we have a Kohola maybe? Gonna cost him both tokens though. Consuming on Mira. It's not enough, right, to just reduce strength by 3 on the Berserker. You'd have to do another thing. Does he have 2? Oh, okay. Well. And he can still find an event, although he's running out. Will he find one? Does not. And now there's no hand, so now what? What does Lukas do? I think Tom might do Uvinary die, but okay, so Doom of Valyria will discard Iron Bank, which sucks. Morgulis will keep Koto there with his 5 strength. March also will keep a duped Koto in play. Lukas also has still Uvinary die, right? Which he could play and try to do the military again. Also could be sitting on Ramses, I mean, march into Ramsey. Mm-hmm. If Ramsey is coming, that's trouble for Targ because there's Morgulis and the duped one is gone. Not yet. He's not drawn a lot of cards, Lukas, to be fair, so can't say he's due a Ramsey. But it's the difference between winning and losing this, I think. 4 gold to work with on the other side. He's thrown everything away for those consuming flames, including Khal Drogo. Okay, he's not gonna find Ramsay. Then I was gonna say try Dicey and defend military, but that's not happening either. It's a bit rough. How about dupe for Iron Bank? Maybe that. Well, okay. It's not the worst card ever. Depending on what comes, you can just spend the Iron Bank completely. Got an Intimidate body there. You can trigger Harrenhal here, or you can wait. Yeah, and I'm not liking Tom's position that much anymore. It looked to be going really well at the start, but the longer the game goes, the more of these mini resets or even proper full resets are played, and Stark's good with that. And those consuming cost him the whole hand. Berserker, I remember playing against Berserker. I mean, he's just a military guy, so it's not that great on one hand, but it's such a high strength character. Comes in, assaults the plaza, which you really don't want. Difficult to defend, costs you everything to burn him, because otherwise you're getting too claimed on a small board, and yeah, the hand suddenly is nothing from that pretty healthy position. Can burn with one card, but you can certainly introduce an additional character into play. Subject to Harrenhal though then. And he spent the Iron Bank, which makes me think the last card, or one of the cards in hand, still surely has to be Winter is Coming. Or maybe he's just thinking, okay, I'm gonna doom soon and this is not duped, so. As expected. But he'd like to do Intrigue as well though. Get rid of the last card. And now, what is Stark stuck with still? Their own Morghulis. March is already gone. So do they have Return to the Fields, we said, right? Finds an overwhelming numbers. Which, of course, it's not immediately useful. You need slightly bigger board than one guy. But yeah, I mean, and Lukas not doing that great, honestly, with the plots, because now he's kind of got the board advantage, and he has Doom and Morghulis still there. Okay. You binary die into the econ plot. Then he's gonna go without a hand into Morghulis or Doom. And Tom very likely also without a hand after this round, right? Any Ramses around? So Tom still has you win or you die. Okay. Yeah, that could be good. That could be really good for him. What does he do here though? Because if he tries to say, okay, I'm gonna eat.
Dajeko?
Hmm? He's gonna eat the intrigue claim. Then he can't save the cards very well if he's thinking, okay, next round Doom or Morgulis from the other side, and I'm gonna have you win or you die. Okay, so one overwhelming numbers and two mystery cards.
Because left with the two resets that keep causing him problems, I guess. Or at least in our game, they were.
Yeah. I mean, early in the game it seemed like he could he will need them because the game wasn't going well, but now he somehow got the winning position without playing the resets, and now he's stuck. That's how it goes.
I mean, if it's Morgul, it's still not too bad because Haran holds that, so I think we go for that first. Because otherwise, you know.
Yeah. Tom will play you win or you die. He's not gonna pin that, right? He's gonna pin his Morgulis, I think.
Oh, he also has Morgulis.
Yeah.
Because then I think there's Harrenhal, on if it's Morgulis, still not too bad for Lukas. And then you want to use Harrenhal before you get Doom of Valyria, right?
Yeah. Koto's the first one in the death pile. Everything else still alive at the moment. Consuming Flames and Rakaro. Okay, Rakaro he will miss for sure.
Does he have 3 quota?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think that's the same. We played last week against this
Yes,
deck.
Derek played
Yeah.
this against me, so
Okay.
he had 3 copies of all the main ones, right? All the Blood Riders except Hago and Ago, as usual. Or Koholo is only one. It goes 8-8, but no one's winning before the Morgulises are happening, so
Yeah, Moon Morgul is one thing, but then Doom also. Oof, Daisy for reserve, is she dead?
Taros Dicey now she's alive. So last
Okay,
card could
then
be
the last card is really good, like a summer or
could be
something.
Summer or could be the draw one, right? Amber Loyalist or
Ooh,
something. So
he does
he's
pin you when you die.
he's gonna pin
I
you in
mean,
or die. I'm surprised. Guess you win or die would be. I mean, there's two back to back of these destructive plots, and you win or die would be played into the second one to try to and gain the advantage. Okay, so whatever is this is just gonna be Herrenhold. There's no reason not to now, right?
yeah, you have to Helen Hall now because what's gonna be done with it next turn, right?
If he marches another Herrenhold, honestly, that's. Oh, actually, no, he can't now because of the Doom. Yeah,
That's a giant waste.
yeah.
You save it.
I mean, he could save everything. Okay, limited, cool. Not reduced by the hard tree. Okay, we are just gonna waste around and then Doom's gonna discard Plaza and the drained Iron Bank, and we're going with top decking, but Tom has the 2 climber. No one spilled
Yeah,
Morgulis
and he
though.
top decks 2 more. So, but I assume Lucas has something good, like a summer or something that he kept in favor of Daisy, right?
Yeah, but now you expose it to military claim if you march. He could be sitting on a Ramsey though. I mean, that solves so many problems. No Ramses seen at all this game so far. By the way, is the friendly open round over? Should I be doing stuff?
Let me check. There's three games still going.
Okay.
So there's Alex and Zagar. It's gonna be over soon, I think. Um, okay, Lukas against Francisco. It's looking like it's gonna be over soon also. I mean, it's 13-7, so it looks like one person can close, and then I mean they will have one party be like over 10 power, so I think
Okay.
sometimes still left, but
Well, this one actually might be pretty quick. Now, Lucas marshaled a Greywater Watch randomly, so that's not a character. He's not currently losing the cards though to claim intrigue, so that's good news for him. He maybe just decided I'm not winning military on defense, so pointless marshalling stuff. But this could be bringing in now. Is there an intrigue icon? Huh, that's
Ago
actually
should be there, no?
Koto's dead, and Ago is one copy, and he's
Ah,
in
he's in
the
discard
discard
pile.
pile. So I don't think
Okay.
he could have even done an intrigue icon, and that's really good
No,
now
I don't
for
think so.
Lucas. And Jogo's going back to hand now with 0 reserve. Lucas could of course keep one card on you win or die, but Tom cannot.
Mm.
But
I mean, overwhelming into Danny still gets quite a bit of power.
that gets him on the verge of winning. Danny is available, or
Yeah, Danny's
there
in
is one
discard
in the
pile.
discard pile. Yep.
And you said there's overwhelming that we know of?
And there was. Maybe it's gone while I've been chatting.
Okay.
Okay, he doesn't do it. Let me just
I
check.
mean, there's still plazas as well, so.
Overwhelming numbers. There's nothing in this. It must be in hand.
I mean, he's still gonna trigger plaza and stand him, so he's gonna do another challenge anyway.
Okay. So if it's unopposed, that's 10 and 12, and Danny is 14, and if the character she brings into play is another Blood Rider or Khal Drogo, this is over this round. Is Lucas sitting
I
on
mean, or just
nightmares?
another Blood Rider is even better, I think.
He could have. Oh no, he cannot have Roose Bolton, sorry. That's already gone also. So this
Yeah, I think
is.
the best thing he can have right now is to have Mira blank Danny and oppose with Greywater Watch, I think.
Yeah, which means passing this window. Or a Nightmares on Danny would keep Tom from getting to 14. Okay.
Oof, okay.
No, nothing.
Nothing, so that's just over.
Wonder what the card in shadows was. It was looking like it was going in Tom's in Lucas's favor at one point, but the resets, the bad plots. What are we waiting for? Should be renown and game, right? I wonder if he had the solution. I mean, if he just had a.
I mean, if he just had one character, he could oppose.
Yeah.
But I guess then no, but then Dom's also still not winning Dom. So if you just had a single character, that should be okay.
What is in shadows that's not a character? I remember there being Greywater Watch as a
But that's in
non-character
play. So
card, which is in
unless
play.
there's another one, okay. Well, two games still going for the friendly open.
So that would be then all the cards in hand going to the discard pile and everything in play potentially being just killed. But okay, if he Morgulises then into. I guess there's no more you win or you dies, no more dream draw plot for Tom, so it would be top decking. I wonder. I wonder if this was solvable. I mean, it was obvious that he had this line of players thinking one of the cards has to be something useful. Two cards in hand and one card in shadow with Greywater Watch in play. What
I
could
mean,
the
I
shadow cards
think
be? Let me check the deck. I have it still open here.
think the problem is without Doom. I think he's in an okay position, but
The way I see it, every card that's a shadow card could have come into play. Oh, he has 2 copies of Greywater Watch. Must have been that then. Yeah, because every other card can come into play for the gold and oppose the power, I think.
yeah, I think so too.
I don't know, was there another Consuming Flames going around? I think those have been... Yeah, those have been played, so...
No, I don't think he could play Consuming Flames because he only had 1 card left in hand. Did not? Not? I don't know. Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
they're all 3 in the discard pile. So, yeah. Must have had the dead Greywater Watch, which is a horrible top deck. But I think Doom costs him again, if that was plot.
Time for Wolves.
Yeah, Time for Wolves or Hour of the Wolf or something that usually is in this deck.
Because then he also didn't need to use the Harrenhal on that Chad.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. That was very winnable for Stark. Started badly, then looked like they would win, and then they lost. So, I think Targ has the better matchups usually, from what we saw earlier, and this could be the one that decides it. So we have we're going straight into the next one. Okay, then give me a second to check the friendly open stuff.